there, YouTube, and welcome to Just Plain Sense. This will be a mini documentary series that covers one extraordinary aircraft each episode. I will take you through the aircraft's general specs, history, and its current use in the aviation world. Also, this is the first time you've heard my voice, so hello, and I hope you enjoyed this series going forward. What a better way to start off this series with the amazing Antonov 225 cargo plane. However, before I get started, I just want to wish everyone a safe and happy day. This coronavirus situation has affected many people, especially in the airline industry. As an aviation enthusiast and student pilot, it is heartbreaking to see so many planes absent from the sky. If you are currently a worker in the airline industry, I salute you. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to the Antonov 225. First, some general specs. The Antonov 225, nicknamed Mariah, which is Ukrainian for dream, is a long-range strategic cargo lift aircraft and is the heaviest aircraft in the world ever produced. The Antonov 225's max takeoff weight is 640,000 kilograms or 1.4 million pounds. It is also the largest aircraft ever to be flown in routine service. The Antonov 225 is powered by 6 Progress D18T engines that deliver 51,000 pounds of thrust each. It is piloted by a crew of 6 and can travel 9,600 miles with maximum fuel. It cruises at 530 miles per hour at a maximum ceiling height of 36,000 feet. Nowadays, the Antonov 225 stands as an impressive feat of engineering. But why and how was it manufactured in the first place? Back in the 1980s in the Soviet Union, the Soviet space program was looking into space shuttle flights for future missions. This was called the Buran program. Similar to NASA's space shuttle program, the Buran orbiter would be mounted on boosters at launch and would then land horizontally on a runway. However, the space shuttles could not fly between airports on their own, so the Soviet Union needed a plane that could transport the Buran within the atmosphere. The Antonov Design Bureau had the solution to this problem. The Antonov Company, which is located in modern-day Ukraine and founded by Oleg Antonov, had already proved itself a capable manufacturer of very large aircraft. The Antonov 22 was and still is the largest propeller-driven aircraft in the world, and the Antonov 124 was one of the largest aircraft in service at the time. Antonov's design for this new plane expanded on their design of the Antonov 124, which meant that production could be completed quicker and easier. To build the 225, the fuselage of the 124 was stretched longer. 2 more axles were added to the main landing gear, making a total of 7. The main wings were stretched longer. 2 more engines were added, and the vertical stabilizer was split in 2 and placed at the ends of the horizontal stabilizer, giving it that distinct two-tail design. This meant that the airflow over the stabilizer would not be interrupted by the Buran on the top. This airflow problem can also be seen on NASA's 747 shuttle carrier, which needs 2 extra vertical stabilizers to carry shuttles, while the 225 is purpose-built for this task and does not need any extra attachments. The Soviet Union was satisfied with the design and ordered 2 AN-225s to be manufactured. The first 225 was completed in 1988, and it completed its first test flight on December 21st. The massive plane was first seen by the public at the 1989 Paris Air Show, where it was on display with a mock-up Buran shuttle on the back. The construction of the second AN-225 began as well, and the plane was proving itself capable of carrying the Buran successfully. However, in 1991, the Soviet Union's collapse put the whole Buran program into uncertainty, and the future of the 225 was in jeopardy. The Antonov Company put the first 225 in storage, and the construction of the second one was abandoned. It seemed that the Antonov 225 would never fly again. However, in 2001, the Antonov Company realized that they could start creating some revenue off of their old military cargo planes. They began flying a charter cargo service with a couple Antonov 124s and 12s. but there was an increasing demand for a plane with higher cargo capacity. Suddenly, the AN-225 had a new role as an outsized cargo aircraft. It was pulled out of storage and was modified before starting its cargo missions. Like the Antonov 124, the 225's unique ability to kneel its front landing gear and load cargo through the nose made it much easier for cargo to be loaded and unloaded. However, unlike the Antonov 124, it does not have a rear cargo ramp, so cargo can only be loaded through the front. The Antonov 225 made its first cargo flight from Stuttgart to Tumrate, Oman, loaded with 187.5 tons of ready-made meals for the American military personnel who were serving in the region. Over the years, the Antonov 225 has transported heavy loads all over the world and has earned many world records. For example, in 2009, it carried a 189-ton generator for a power plant in Armenia, which is the heaviest item ever transported by air. The Antonov 225 received its blue and yellow paint job in 2009 as well, and continued flying transport missions for the company. There was also some talk about restarting production of the second Antonov 225 for a Chinese aerospace company. However, it is unknown if there has been any real progress made. In 2018, the Antonov 225 flew emergency equipment from Oakland to Guam, and since then there has been no activity from the aircraft. Many enthusiasts, including myself, were worried that it was no longer flying. However, on March 25th of this year, I was shocked to see it flying again. It was on a test flight around its home base in Ukraine. Antonov confirmed that the 225 had undergone a modernization program and the new equipment was being tested. While this has not been confirmed, I believe that the Antonov 225 will enter back into commercial service in the next few weeks. The Antonov 225 could really help out the current coronavirus situation. Because of its massive size, it could transport large amounts of medical equipment, food, supplies, masks, and other things that are desperately needed around the world. If this is the case, the Antonov 225 will once again prove its worth as a strong and reliable workhorse that might just save some lives. On a personal note, the Antonov 225 is my all-time favorite airplane. Even more than the Concorde and the 747, this is my favorite. Unfortunately, it's very hard to see this plane in person, as there's only one, and it always leaves from its destination soon after it arrives. However, my pursuit is still on, and I would love to see this plane just once. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little something today. I hope to see you again soon. If you have any suggestions for aircraft you want to see documented, leave a comment and I'll be sure to make a video about it.